So at the AI Impact Summit, a bunch of Indian Youth Congress workers sneak in, take off the shirts and start screaming, "The PM is compromised."
The PM is compromised. The PM is compromised. The PM is compromised. The PM is. The PM is.
Now, if you ask me, was what they did right or wrong? I have to say it was wrong. Because if I say it was right, how can I comfortably sit here and blame Congress for being the laziest opposition in the history of planet Earth? How can I confidently declare that they are just a bunch of part-time politicians who only know how to protest on Twitter? How can I go to my elite drawing room parties, swell my single malt whiskey and sigh deeply while saying, I just don't have a strong opposition yet? How will I confidently declare if the BJP were in the opposition right now, they would have blocked highways, shut down airports, and probably hijacked satellites. They would have gone to the ends of the earth. They would have paralyzed the whole country in protest against this shady Indo-US trade deal and the wholesale auction of India's future.
So we made a deal with India, and it's a fair deal now, and we are not paying tariffs to them, and they are paying tariffs. We did a little flip.
You see the problem? We complain that Congress doesn't protest enough. We call them weak. We call them compromised. We call them constructive opposition.
अब कांग्रेस क्या करती है? ट्वीट करती है, कोई वीडियो चलाती है, but where is the aggression? Where are the soldiers? आपके सिपाही कहाँ हैं? आपके ब्रिगेडियर कहाँ हैं?
And then when the youth wing actually does something disruptive, we say, "Arey yaar, this is not the right platform. It is an international tech event, bro. It makes India look bad." Oh, so there is a right platform. Please enlighten me. We cry that the opposition is dead. We demand they take the police batons so we don't have to leave our couches. And when they actually take the hit, when they break into a VVIP echo chamber to demand answers, we suddenly turn into strict nursery ma'am. Look at the lack of discipline. Why are they half naked? This is not how you save a democracy. Please tell me, how do you save a democracy? By writing strongly worded email to the Prime Minister? By signing a change.org petition and feeling like a revolutionary? Let me ask you this. This exact protest against the trade deal has been happening for days at Jantar Mantar and on random roadsides. Farmers have been shouting, students have been shouting, unemployed youth have been shouting. Did it get prime time? Did it get the attention it deserved? How many of us heard their voice? Absolutely none. Because a protest that nobody sees is just a cardio. Protest only works if the world sees it. And what better place to be seen than an international AI summit? It takes a loud voice to make the deaf hear.
पैरों को सुनाने के लिए धमाके की जरूरत होती है.
Now relax. It was not a bomb. It was just a t-shirt. In a country where you can take out national flag marchers to protest in support of the rapists and killers of an 8-year-old girl named Asifa. In a country where you can officially release and actually felicitate the convicted rapists of Bilkis Banu, greeting them with sweets and heavy flower garlands like they just brought home the World Cup. In a country where defending high-profile friendships with international predators like Jeffrey barely even shakes the establishment. Why suddenly is it a national crime, an international conspiracy, an unforgivable act of treason to take off a shirt and protest for the sovereignty of India and the survival of its farmers? We have a truly bizarre moral compass in this country, don't we? What fascinates me most is us. We who do absolutely nothing. We lazy asses won't lift a finger for the betterment of this country. We won't march, we won't organize, we won't risk getting arrested and having our careers ruined by FIRs. But the second someone actually raises a voice, we run like wild boars to bite them. Western democrats, actors, and media houses actively look for forums like this to make a stand. Why? Because that is the real meaning of democracy. Disruption is the point.
I'm going to say one thing. Fuck Trump. It's no longer down with Trump. It's fuck Trump.
When Hollywood actors use the Oscar stage to give fiery political speeches, we applaud them.
Very regretfully, cannot accept this very generous award. And the reasons for this being are the treatment of American Indians today.
When climate activists in Europe disrupt the World Economic Forum at Davos, we call it a powerful statement. We write long poetic posts about the vibrant, mature democracies. We retweet the bravery. We celebrate the freedom of expression. We call them the vanguards of liberty. We love the idea of a fierce, disruptive rebellion, as long as it happens in Paris, London, or New York. But the moment it happens in New Delhi, suddenly it is cringe. Suddenly, it is a national embarrassment. I see many of us are suffering from a chronic terminal case of the great Indian disease, the char log kya kahenge syndrome. Oh no, what will the four people say? What will the foreign delegates think? What will the Gora American tech CEOs tweet about us? How will we show our faces to the white people? It's pathetic. We are losing our democracy, our sovereignty, and our farmers' livelihood. But our biggest national anxiety is that we might look a little unpolished in front of the guests. Let me break it to you. Democracy is not a fine dining experience. It is not supposed to be polite. It is not supposed to be comfortable. When you take away the mic, people will shout. When you close the doors, people will crash the gates. And when you strip away the rights, they will take off the shirts and make sure you have no choice but to look at them. Dare I remind you, we were once a colonized country. You people love to celebrate the freedom fighters. You put heavy flower garlands on their statues. You forward their quotes on WhatsApp. You make high-budget, slow-motion patriotic movies about them. But what exactly do you think they did? Do you think Bhagat Singh was deeply concerned about the British Empire's global prestige? How fast we forget our own history. You mock a shirtless man today. You call him uncivilized. You call him a national embarrassment. Let me remind you a little historical fact. The last time a congressman decided to protest shirtless, he didn't just disrupt a tech summit. He brought the entire British Empire to its knees. He walked half naked through the grandest halls of power, making the suited, booted elites profoundly uncomfortable. He didn't care about the optics. He didn't care what the foreign delegates in London thought of his wardrobe. Winston Churchill literally called him a half-naked fakir in pure aristocratic disgust. But that half-naked fakir is the reason we even have a country today. The last time a congressman protested shirtless, we got this nation. And with it, we got the very right to free speech that we are currently using to sit in our AC room and tweet cringe. Next time you feel a patriotic panic attack coming on because someone took off the shirt to demand justice and accountability, just open your wallet. Look at the currency note inside. The man smiling back at you wasn't wearing a shirt either. Now, if you ask me, would I have done this shirtless protest in the middle of that high security summit? Honestly, no. I am not brave enough to pull off that stunt. And let us be painfully honest, neither are you. And you know what? That is okay. That is completely fine. Fear is human. We all have EMIs to pay, families to feed, and a very rational fear of police barons and midnight FIRs. But let us not pretend we are staying quiet because we are so highly cultured and civilized. We are staying quiet because we are scared. If we don't have the spine to stand up, the least we can do is not become a hurdle for those who do. If you can't join them, at least get out of the way. Let them fight. You don't have to join them. You don't have to remove your shirt. You don't have to shout slogans. But don't sit there mocking the ones who took the risk you were unwilling to take.
Hardeep Singh Puri must go.
If you can't march, don't block the marchers. If you can't speak, don't silence the speakers. If you can't risk discomfort, don't weaponize comfort against those who did. There is nothing wrong with choosing safety. Just don't pretend it is moral superiority. So to all those self-appointed guardians of decorum who adjust their ties and type out, there is a time and a place for protest. Let me tell you something. Indeed there is. You are absolutely right. The time is now. The place is everywhere. This is Brown Enlightenment. I may not have the guts to bare my chest, but I will always bear the hypocrisy. Jai Hind.
चारा दर्दमंदों के बनते हो क्यों चारा दर्दमंदों के बनते हो क्यों तुम नहीं चार अगर कोई माने मगर मैं नहीं मान